Hi, g'day, I'm Matt and I'm from KiwiMotorcycleTours.com, and this is a video just to introduce you to the KiwiMotorcycleTours.com website coming up in the next few months. I'd just like to let you know what it's all about and how it helps you if you're interested in touring New Zealand by motorcycle. So, what exactly is KiwiMotorcycleTours.com? Basically, we're dedicated to give advice on New Zealand touring by motorcycle. The information comes from guys and girls that live in New Zealand, that have ridden New Zealand for a number of years, and want to share it basically with you guys. So there's a lot of information on the internet about touring New Zealand by motorcycle, but it's all disjointed and it's hard to pull together and to know which advice is actually really valuable and which is actually useful. But all the information that we provide to you from KiwiMotorcycleTours.com is advice from local people from New Zealand that have toured the roads for a number of years and know the city and the countryside inside out. So regardless whether you're touring the North Island, you're touring the South Island, or not even sure which island to tour, we can provide you with the information. Now, how do we actually provide you with that information? Through our website. That's our main hub, and within our website, for the members that come on board, we provide articles which you can read, giving you really good descriptions of all the different types of rides you can do through New Zealand. We provide maps showing you exactly where to go, where you need to be, where you should start, the things not to miss, because obviously there is so much to see in New Zealand, and if you have a short period of time whereby you can tour New Zealand, you want to see the best things first. We also provide maps, and we have a forum. We have a forum whereby you can talk with all the other people that are interested in traveling New Zealand, or people that have already traveled through New Zealand by motorcycle. The videos, of course, we've got videos showing you the exact tours that you can go on, so you can get a preview of what you're likely to experience on the tours that you're going to do. It's basically like being there before you've actually gone. So apart from that, we also have Hangouts, the Google Plus Hangouts, where you can actually talk live with people from New Zealand that have done the tours, that are running tours. Tour operators, you can talk with the tour operators directly. We will be interviewing tour operators. You can ask questions directly, so you can ensure you will find exactly the tour that meets your requirements, your type of tour, and that you won't end up paying a lot of money for a tour that isn't actually what you're looking for. Also, we'll be helping you ultimately live the dream that you might have of traveling New Zealand. There's so many places to travel in the world, but New Zealand is amongst one of the best. And why is it amongst one of the best? Basically, it's because of the massive diversity of nature in New Zealand, and the low population base, which means low traffic on the roads, safe, beautiful, beautiful roads to travel on. It's a great country to be in, regardless of whether you're going by motorcycle or by car. But by motorcycle, you'll see the best parts of New Zealand. You'll be able to stop up anywhere you like and just enjoy the whole nature perspective of New Zealand, the culture perspective, the Maori culture, which is really interesting to see and to be a part of. It's fantastic, and it's something definitely worth investigating. And through our website, KiwiMotorcycleTours.com, you can find out all the information you need and see the views of New Zealand before you even arrive there. You know what you're getting yourself into and what you'll be paying for in advance. So enough about what the website does. Let's give you some information on New Zealand. I mean, some of you haven't even seen where New Zealand is. Some people think, hey, it's down there near Australia. Well, you'd be right. Some people are not even aware of that. So, yeah, New Zealand is down there with Australia. Basically, a lot of people say New Zealand is like the east coast of Australia. New Zealanders like to think of it differently, but at the end of the day, we're basically down there near the bottom, heading towards Antarctica on the right-hand side. Anyway, New Zealand is also called, in the native language, Aotearoa. Aotearoa is not just an empty word, it actually has a very nice meaning. And the meaning of Aotearoa is the land of the long white cloud. Don't let that put you off, because no, New Zealand is not constantly covered in cloud, as the name might suggest. But the reason it's called that is because of the length and width of New Zealand. It's a very long, main two islands are very long, and it's very narrow. Basically 1,600 kilometres in length from top to bottom. That's 990 miles for all you good Americans out there that really should come and see our country. And 400 kilometres wide, which is 250 miles wide. So it's a very long island, very narrow, but the great thing about that is that you're never far from the sea, which is a central point of New Zealand culture. We're very much in touch with the sea, and the land, and we love nature. And you'll see all of this by traveling by motorcycle. It's a fantastic experience by motorcycle. You just feel really involved in the environment as you're traveling down the awesome roads all through New Zealand. Apart from the sea, though, we have amazing lakes, massive lakes, beautiful, beautiful turquoise lakes, which you'll definitely be involved in as you're traveling through New Zealand. You'll be very close. At times you don't need to get off your bike. Most of the time you don't need to get off your bike at all to see these beautiful, beautiful turquoise lakes. They're just absolutely majestic, along with the mountains. The mountain range, for example, the North Island of New Zealand, there's a lot of mountains, a number of volcanoes as well. If you've seen Lord of the Rings, Mount Doom was one of the volcanoes on the North Island that was included in the film Lord of the Rings. This you can see for sure. In fact, you can ride all the way around that national park. There's a Tongariro National Park in the North Island. This provides you with great views of beautiful lakes, beautiful mountains, beautiful countryside, and very winding roads. In fact, talking about roads, the population in the North Island, though the highest with roughly 3/4 of the population, about 3 million people, still has very low traffic because the landmass of New Zealand is quite big in comparison to the population base. So it's really free roads for riding motorcycles. It's just fantastic. The temperature of the North Island is kind of subtropical. It's not too hot for riding motorcycles. It's a really nice temperature, but it is subtropical. Very hilly due to all of the volcanic activity that's occurred over millions of years, but really extreme rugged countryside, and really enjoyable to see, really enjoyable to ride through. The west coast especially is very rugged on the North Island. Also, not to stay just talking about the North Island, moving down to the South Island, which is a slightly bigger island. This only has around about 1/4 of the population of New Zealand. There are about 1 million people. This whole island is covered by a range of the Southern Alps, a range of mountains called the Southern Alps, which makes for fantastic riding. Runs the entire length of the South Island. Has a very dramatic landscapes, glaciers, rainforests, and basically I think there's like 18 peaks that are over 3,000 meters. Okay, not as high as some mountains in Europe, but still makes for some amazing riding through there. For example, Mount Aoraki, that's the tallest mountain in New Zealand on the South Island. It's 3,754 meters. Again, not huge, but against the landscape, it looks massive. Really looks massive. But really enjoyable to go through there. Eventually you'll get down to a little town called Queenstown. If you're tired by then, you've been riding for a few days, this is a great place to stop off and enjoy some adventure sports. If you want to do whitewater rafting, if you want to go jet boating, even if you want to throw yourself out of a perfectly good aeroplane, if motorcycling wasn't fun enough for you, then Queenstown's the place to do it. Temperature-wise, in December, January and February, these are the months to go if you like warmer weather. You're looking at 25 degrees Celsius as a high, 76 degrees Fahrenheit, and for a low, 14 degrees as a low, 56 degrees Fahrenheit, and you probably get maximum 7 rain days. That's kind of like the average, to be honest. And the bottom of the South Island, 22 Celsius high, 72 degrees Fahrenheit, and a low of 10, and that's about 50 degrees Fahrenheit with 8 days of rain. So between the North and the South Island, you can have some great riding. The maximum average temperatures in New Zealand are ranging between 20 degrees Celsius and 30 degrees Celsius. So great experience to ride through New Zealand. It's a must-do for sure. A long way to travel, but it's worth it. Believe me, it's beautiful. And I'm biased. I'm a Kiwi, but you can ask anyone that's gone there, and I think you'll find it hard to find anybody that hasn't had an awesome time. But you need to have the right information, and you need to have it all in a central place, and that's where we come in with our website, kiwimotorcycletours.com. You can find me right now, given that the website's not available, on Google+. Look up Matthew Parry, Kiwi Motorcycle Tours, and you can get a whole lot of free information there off my website. I'll post a link at the end of this video so you can find it easily. But please contact me. Any questions you've got about touring New Zealand by motorcycle, I'd be glad to help. Yeah, there's a lot to tell you, real lot to tell you. I can't fit in this video here. But anyway, kiwimotorcycletours.com or Matthew Parry at Google+, Kiwi Motorcycle Tours. See you there and stay safe. Ride carefully. Have fun. Bye.